Yes, guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Leeds versus Tottenham pre-match, half-time chat, and match review all in one. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Much appreciated. Lineup is out. Tell gets the nod over Richarlison up front, which to be honest, Richarlison's not been great, not been playing well. He's been playing a lot of matches, needs a rest. Tell's got another opportunity today to see what he can do. Um, Look, he's got to start performing. He's got to show something today. Got some good players around him, like a Kudus. Xavi looks like he's playing in the number 10. We'll wait to see that formation when it comes out and the match starts. But it looks like Bentancur, Paulinho, Xavi in the 10. When you got Wilson on the left with a doggy, Porro, Romero returns. Leeds lineup is what I expected. Look, Leeds, they're going to press, they're going to have a go, they're going to be physical, they're going to try and do all they can to beat us today. They'll have a lot of energy. They've rested all week. They've been planning for the match. They know what they're going to do. Calvin Lewin's going to be important for them with that experience, Longstaff in midfield. And look, they're going to have a right go at Spurs, and Spurs have just got to kind of quieten the crowd down, stop their early kind of pressure, and then start kind of playing some football. And as I said in my video yesterday, I expect a better performance from Spurs today. Good lineup, I think, from Spurs overall, quite strong. And I expect Spurs to go there today and put in a performance, and kind of find those that form what we showed a bit earlier on in the season. And look, I'm hopeful. I'll be really disappointed if we don't get a result today. I've got to be honest. Ride the early Leeds pressure, defend well, start stringing some passes together, get Xavi on the ball, Kudus on the ball, and let them make things happen. So look, guys, let's see. I'll be back at half time. Let's see if I'll be smiling like I am now. Catch you later. Bye bye. Half time at Ellen Road, Leeds 1, Tottenham 1. Fairly even first half, I think. Good goal from Tell. Hasn't really been involved much in the game, but he was brave enough to take a shot, a slight deflection, 1-0. He also hit the bar a bit later on. Wilson, not really been in the game much. Kudus, skied a really good chance. Good bit of play down the left. The doggy, a ball across to Kudus. Kudus just absolutely yeah, it was a bad finish. Should have been two. Leeds, come back into it, and it was a shot from outside the box. First of all, the ball went into Dominic Calvin-Lewin. He kind of held it up, played it into. I think it was Harrison had a shot. Vicario saved it, but then it was for Ofcor to get the equaliser. That kind of lifted Leeds a bit. They were winning the duels. We kind of dropped off a bit, and then we kind of got back into it more at the end of that first half. I think this game could slip away from Spurs if they're not careful, because what I saw from Leeds, the more the half went on, that they could have been more hungrier. Spurs kind of good in spurts. There was a couple of times when Xavi got the ball and you could see what he was trying to do. We need to get him more on the ball. We need to get the ball more out to Kudus. And Wilson's got to show more. I don't know where this one's going to go, to be honest. Honestly, it might have to be someone coming off the bench to get a winner. But for me, very even first half. I mean, we have, we played okay. We pressed at certain times and we showed kind of the similar aggression to Leeds. But we've got to keep it up in that second half, because that crowd are going to get on top of the Spurs fans. And Leeds, they fancy this, and there's no reason why they can't win. We're not playing amazing football. It's a little bit messy at times. But yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Hopefully Spurs will get a victory in that second half. I'll be back for a match review soon. Bye-bye. So the game ends. Leeds 1, Tottenham 2. Fair play to the boys. It was a hard fought victory. Rain was coming down. Leeds did not give up. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And we held firm. That extra bit of quality we had from Kudus with the second goal was enough in the end to give Spurs the 3 points and to keep up in that league. I mean, we went second, but obviously there's games to play today. So, but it's great. 14 points, 4 wins now, and another away win. Um, not lost on the road so far this season. And there's a lot to like about their performance today. And, if you watched my kind of preview about the game and what I expected from Spurs, I wanted Spurs to match Leeds' kind of intensity and fight. I think we just about done enough. We fought for a lot of the ball. It wasn't pretty at times, but you've got to stand your ground. You know what you're going to get going to Leeds. They were unbeaten there for 23 matches, and the crowd, are lively. And Leeds, they don't give up. They haven't got a lot of quality, but what they do have is a lot of commitment. They want to play. Yeah, they want to play the game. They want to, try their hardest, put a lot of running in. And look, they had some chances, and Vicario made a really good save near the end there. But I think what won the game was just our extra bit of quality. And I thought that if we could kind of stay with them, match the kind of work rate, you know, obviously the kind of the match momentum was more towards Leeds. Leeds were the kind of team trying more, trying to score more throughout the game. If you look at that, the match momentum, you look at the stats again. Leeds beat us in many, many areas in chances, passes, possession, etc. But I saw Spurs out there today fighting. I saw the players trying. Competing, you know, running, and that's what you need, right? You need that as a basic, and we didn't see that enough the other night. And there's been times where we have not shown that kind of desire. We showed a desire. Does that mean we played great football? No, there was nice moves here and there. I think Savvy is slowly kind of growing in the team. It's good to see him more in that kind of number 10 role, even though he's kind of more off the left. But it's fine. I saw a lot of things I liked, and I think with time he will kind of get better there. Some clever little touches and good movement. And we could talk about Tell, who I've kind of slated all season, really, and slated to sign in. He scored, and it impacted the game, and it impacted us getting the 3 points. So I've got to praise Tell, for the goal. Good goal, bit of a deflection, but yeah, fair enough. And that's what he's got to do, isn't it? Like when he's playing for Spurs, he's got to offer something in the team. Wouldn't say it was a perfect performance. He was hardly in the game at times, really struggled against the Leeds defence, but he contributed to us winning the game. So I've got to praise him for the goal. And look, he's got to continue that sort of thing. Wilson, weren't the best, but he tried running, working hard. Defensively, I thought he was quite good at times. He struggles to beat his man still though, and didn't really provide any top quality chances. Kudus, he's the kind of the standout player in the team today, wasn't he? The way he can kind of keep hold of the ball and fight off defenders, create things. He should have scored a goal in the first half, to be honest, with a good move from the doggy, who got released, and then he put a ball to him, and then Kudus just completely wasted the chance, put the shot wide. But there wasn't many chances in that second half. I think Leeds keeper had to make one save. It was, it was scrappy. It was just a typical Premier League game, wasn't it? Back and forth, end to end, lively game. Not a lot of quality on show, and it was a sort of game where you just got to dig in there. And I think Spurs, and I have to praise them. I've been critical of them the last couple of games, and they did dig in. They did fight. But Paulinho is so important to the side. Bentancur thought played okay. Is working very hard. Porro had a good battle with the Leeds winger, didn't he? What was it, off Coffer? Yeah, it caused him some trouble. But I mean, Porro, he gave it back, and he didn't lose all the duels. It was, I don't know what it was in the end, but look, he was winning them, losing them. Defensively, I thought we were good. Leeds, I watched them, and a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. Calvin Lewin did well. I think he caused us some problems, right, winning headers, holding the ball up for their first goal. He was a bit of a handful for us today. And just the general kind of work rate from Leeds, they don't give up, they close you down, they fly in with challenges, and I felt we were doing the same, and we were showing that fight. And in the Premier League, you can't always play great. You can't. There is a lot of work to do in our forward line and how we progress the ball and so on, dominate games. We're not there yet, but in the kind of commitment we showed there to go away from home and get the 3 points, which is a difficult place to play because they haven't lost there for a long time, and they're a team that doesn't give up. So you look, work to do in certain areas, but I've got to say, good result. It was a good result and a good performance overall in the kind of just fighting to win the game, and you know and that's it really. So fair play to the boys, fair play to Frank. He made some changes second half. Can't say they really impacted the game much, but defensively, Danso came on and kind of matched their back three, didn't they? Because Leeds changed. Sarr came on, Richarlison came on, Kudus went off, Xavi went off, and look, we got it over the line. It was close. We edged it. Um, Fair play to the lads. Good victory going into the international break, and beating that hoodoo of not losing or losing every game before the international break. So I'm very happy with the result, and there was a lot I liked, certain aspects of the game. More the kind of the desire and the fight and the motivation. What I liked, yes, the way we play football and control games is not there yet, and the attacking play is not there yet. But there's some signs there. There are some signs that a bit better today. Um, and Kudos, fantastic performance for me. And you need these type of players when the game is tight. You need that moment of quality, and Kudos showed that moment of quality and won us the game. And yeah, there we go, guys. Leave us your comments, give us your thoughts. I'm sure you're happy with that one. And Aston Villa at home next. Yeah, give us your thoughts on that. Whose performances did you enjoy? Um, what did you make of this Tottenham performance? Do you think my assessment is pretty fair on what I saw of the game? Yeah, let's leave us your comments. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And as always, come on, you Spurs.